In previous class, we have studied different suspended growth system like activated select process or aerated lagoons. And now, as per your syllabus, I will start the trickling filter, which is a attached growth system, which is widely used to treat the domestic wastewater everywhere. So trickling filter, uh, uh, one thing is very important to you, that must be noted by you all, that although this is called as trickling filter, but it doesn't work as a filter. This word filter is a little bit confusing with respect to trickling filter, because trickling filter is a biological treatment process. The process which is involved in the trickling filter is a biological treatment, not, it doesn't work as a filter, normal filter or physical retention of the wastewater. Its working is not for filter, although this looks like a filter. Therefore this is called as trickling filter. The word filter is basically uh, confusing, and but we will use this filter word this is used everywhere, but it work as a biological treatment process. So this is a biological treatment process, and it is as a work as a attached growth system. So what is attached growth system? That is important thing. Attached growth system basically, uh, in which the microorganisms basically will get uh, that will be get generated on a some medium, uh, or some surface, where this will be generated in the form of some films, that is called as biofilms. So that is called as attached growth system. There are several advantages and disadvantages of attached growth system, as well as the suspended growth system. Suspended growth system is a efficiency of suspended growth system may be more as compared to attached growth system, but attached growth system is normally considered as a more robust, because all the microorganisms will remain attached to a surface. Therefore they will work as a more robust system. And if some, in case of some uh, fluctuation in the discharge of wastewater, the performance of attached growth system will not much affected. So attached growth system is more robust, but its efficiency will be less as compared to suspended growth system. Therefore, while designing attached growth system, the designer has to choose whether they have to use the attached growth system or suspended growth system. So both have its own advantages and disadvantages. So here, in case of trickling filter, the material on which the microbes are generated is like rock, gravel, or blast furnace slag, on which this microbes will be get generated on all over its surface, and this will be remain in the form of film. So this is a called a test growth system trickling filter. So in this figure, this is uh, like a, this is a trickling filter. This will look like this, and because this looks like a filter, therefore it is also called as this is called as filter, trickling filter. So in this trickling filter, this is the main box. Here the bottom will be this will be normally circular, and this bottom will be with some slope, so that the filtered wastewater, or the treated wastewater is collected at the center, from where it can be taken out. So the wastewater basically enters from the central pipe, which goes centrally to the through this pipe, and from this pipe, uh, this is remain connected with the some shaft, and through sprinklers. So wastewater will be here get sprinkled on the surface of this media. This media will be, obviously, as I told you, that this may be either blast furnace slag, or some rock, or gravel packing will be there, or therefore it is here written as stone media. And so this is uh, a schematic diagram of a this trickling filter. So here the this arms rotating, these arms are based on the rotate as of rotating arms. So that this arms will keep on rotating all over the filter and filter surface. So the water, the wastewater is get sprinkled on the surface of this stone media or rock media or gravel, whatever the media is there. So this will be get sprinkled on the surface. So this purpose is that, and this will be normally designed as a self-rotating arm. This arms rotate with the head of wastewater that is coming to in this shaft. So this is designed as a self-rotating arm. So this arm will rotate uh, on this surface of trickling filter. Next in here, the process description. So in process description, it must be clear to you all, this is a biological treatment, and the biological process takes place as of we have studied in previous classes. The same reaction, the same kind of reaction will take place here also. So whatever the dissolved organic matter will be remain there in wastewater, that will be utilized by the microbes or this biomass, and that will be get converted into, their growth will be there, and that will be converted into sludge, and that can be taken out further by secondary sedimentation tank. So one thing is also very important as of activated sludge process. Here we will also use secondary sedimentation tank with trickling filter. So this is the main process which is involved here. So the wastewater is distributed over the top area of vessel containing non-submerged packing material. So here very important thing must be clear to you all. The very important thing must be clear to you all, that the packing material will remain unsubmerged or non-submerged, because that will simply pass through the medium, rock medium or gravel medium. So this will pass through this gravel medium. For example, this is a two this is packing of gravels, and the wastewater will pass through like this. This will come like this, and this will pass through this like this, and after touching all over the surface of this gravel, or so the gravel here at the surface of gravel, there will be development, and the biomass or microbes will get developed on the both surface on the this gravel packing. So obviously all the this filter body is trickling filter body is filled with this gravel packing, and what this whatever the wastewater, that will get pass through this packings. So this is a aerobic process. The trickling filter is an aerobic process. So whatever the air that pass through from the top surface as well as from the bottom surface, moreover the air circulation is kept in such a way that the wastewater which is coming from the top will also carry some oxygen. So the most of the microbes will be of aerobic type, and this the development of biofilm will be based on the aerobic process. So this is a kind of aerobic treatment process that must be clear to you all. During operation of organic material present in wastewater is metabolized by the biomass attached to the medium. So as I told you that again, that when the wastewater will pass through this on the from the surface of rock, and this will biomass will be get metabolized, means that there will be development of biomass, more and more biomass, and this will biomass will be generated. So all dissolved organic matter that will remain in the wastewater, that will be get converted into biofilm or biomass, that will get remain fixed on this surface of this medium. So this is a again more description of this generation of biomass. So suppose this is a trickling filter medium. This on the left side, this is a black color. This is a trickling filter medium, means this is a like rock medium or blast furnace slag medium is there. So this is a trickling filter medium, and this next to this trickling filter surface, medium surface, there will be generation of biomass, or that is also called as biofilm. So biofilm will be get generated. So initially the biofilm will be of very thinner size. That will be when the treatment will start. So this biofilm will be of very thinner size. So this is a thin biofilm, and when the wastewater that will be coming from the top, so that will pass through. So this will touch the biofilm, and the growth of biofilm will take place. So biofilm will be get thicker and thicker like this. So this will be get thicker, more thicker, and obviously the air will pass through from with the wastewater that is coming from the top. So air will also penetrate from the top, as well as air can also be enter from the bottom also. So air will enter. So this will be the more and more generation, more and more generation of biofilm will be there. So what will happen after some time? The thickness will be so much that it will be difficult for film to be attached, remain attached with the medium. So when the thickness will be more, so obviously this will get slogged off. So this process is called as slogging. So this slogging will be take place, slouging. Slogging will take place. So during this slogging process, so whatever the biofilm is generated here, that is developed here, that will be come out with the wastewater, and that will remain in the suspended condition, which can be separated out after the trickling filter in a secondary sedimentation tank. So again, in after the slogging of this biofilm, again the biofilm generation will start, and some thinner biofilm will generate it. After that, thicker biofilm will be there, and more thicker biofilm will be there. And again, because of shear action of the wastewater that is coming from the top, so this from the top, so this biofilm will be get slogged off. So this someone is asking that Ravish is asking, sir, biofilm material to surface pe banega, how it is generating layers? So just I told you that this is a this reactor of a trickling filter. So large number of rocks or gravel packing or blast furnace slag will be there. So this wastewater is coming like this, and where this wastewater is touching the surface of this rock or gravel. So again I will draw this figure. So where this surface is the wastewater is touching, so on all around the surface, biofilm generation will be there on the surface of rock, on the surface of this rock. So this biofilm will be generated on whole surface of rock, which is being exposed to the wastewater. So obviously if the bottom surface is not exposed to the rock, so biofilm generation will be very less at the bottom portion, but at the side and at the top, biofilm generation will be more. So here this biofilm will be generated on the both rock uh, in this way. And after because of shear action of the wastewater, if the thickness will be more, obviously that will be get washed off with the wastewater. So wastewater के साथ ये अपने आप बह के नीचे चला जाएगा, क्योंकि उसका थिकनेस काफी जो बायोफिल्म का थिकनेस है वो काफी बढ़ते जाता है, और बढ़ने की वजह से जो ऊपर से वेस्ट आ रहा है उसके शीयर एक्शन की वजह से जो बायोफिल्म है वो वहां से निकल करके वेस्ट वाटर के साथ बहने लगता है, एंड दैट विल बी separated out in secondary sedimentation tank. So this is basic principle of a trickling filter, that must be very important. So here it is clear to you all, this is a biofilm and this is a liquid film. This is a layer of liquid that is coming from the top. So the liquid film is there, and this is the air that coming with the wastewater, that may be either from the top or the bottom. From the bottom the air can also penetrate. So here the same thing is explained in a text form. The thickness of aerobic layer is limited by the depth of penetration of oxygen into microbial layer. The microorganism near the medium phase enters the endogenous phase. As the substrate is metabolized before it can reach the microorganism near the medium phase, as a result increased thickness of slime layer. So this is also called as, this biofilm is also called as slime layer. So slime layer's thickness will increase, and because of this more thicker slime layer, so this will lose ability to remain attached with the media surface. So obviously that will get washed off with the wastewater. So the liquid then washes the slime of the medium and new slime layer starts to grow. As जैसे ही ये जो बायोफिल्म है या स्लाइम लेयर है, वो जैसे ही वॉश ऑफ होके निकल करके मीडियम से बहने लगता है, उसके बाद दूसरा फिल्म उसके ऊपर जनरेट होने लगता है, एंड दिस process will go on. So this process is called as slugging. Slugging process is very important in trickling filter. The slugging process is very important in case of trickling filter. So slug film and treated wastewater are collected at by underdrain system, which also allows circulation of air through filter. Means the air can also enter from the bottom, and the collected liquid passed through settling tank used for solid liquid separation. So as earlier I told you that this trickling filter is very in case of trickling filter, the secondary sedimentation tank is also very important. So along with the this trickling filter, secondary sedimentation is used to separate out the suspended solid which is generated in the biological process. So type of trickling filter, there are normally three types are defined here: low rate filter, high rate filter, and super rate filter. So as it is clear from its name of all these three filter, this is the difference is of their rate of filtration. In low rate filter, obviously low rate of filtration will be there. There is no any distinguished specific line to define this all three type of filter. But when the low rate filtration rate is used, so it is called low rate filter. High rate filter in if more and wastewater is used to treat the this so that is called as high rate filter. And next the super rate filter, so in which the more and more wastewater is sent for the treatment. So this is a type of different type of filters. So this can be also distinguished from this their design variables. These are the design variables which can be used here. So hydraulic loading in case of low rate filter, it is kept very less, between 1 to 4 cubic meter square per day. So this is a very less amount of discharge used here. And in case of high rate filter, this will be 10 times more. And in case of super rate filter, this will be around 40 to 200 cubic meter per day per meter square. So obviously this discharge is very high, means the hydraulic rate will be more, hydraulic loading rate will be more in case of this high rate filters. Organic loading means the BOD per cubic meter per day, means per cubic meter is the volume of trickling filter, and per day BOD per day per cubic meter volume of trickling filter. This is used the value which is used here is between 0.08 to 0.32, and in case of high rate filter this is used as a 0.3 to 1, and in case of super rate this will be very high, and it can reach up to 6 kg of BOD per cubic meter per day. The depth which is used here is between 1.8 to 3 meter, and in case of high rate filter, obviously depth will be little bit less, and in case of super rate filter, so this will be 4.5 to 12 meter. And the recirculation is very also important thing in case of trickling filter. So in case of low rate filter, the recirculation is not used normally, so no recirculation will be there in case of low rate trickling filter. But in case of high rate trickling filter, the recirculation will be 0.5 to 3, and in case of specific reasons, this recirculation can be up to 8 times. So recirculation ratio will be very high in case of high rate trickling filter, and in case of super rate trickling filter will be 1 to 4. Ravi is asking, sir, high rate में डेप्थ क्यों कम है? So because we are doing the in case of high rate filter, we are doing the more recirculation. So obviously the achievement, the treatment is achieved by doing the recirculation. Therefore, the this high rate filter में इसका डेप्थ कम है, बट इन केस ऑफ सुपर रेट the depth is more because this is also called as biofilter. Here this is also called as biofilter, and it is not used for municipal wastewater, and it is used mainly for industrial wastewater biofilter or biotower. Many times it is also called as biotower. Here the medium is not used as a rock or gravel, but here the synthetic medium is used in case of super rate filter. So this is used for a very specific purpose, super rate filters. But high rate filter and low rate filter are very common in case of domestic wastewater treatment. So depth can be little bit less, or it can be of same value in case of, but the performance is achieved by doing the recirculation in case of hydraulic high rate filter. These are the high rate filter. How this is this high rate filter is used basically. So this in case of high rate filter, this is a single stage filters. So this is a single stage filter, means only one trickling filter is used here. This is a hashed line is a sorry, this is a trickling filter. This is a trickling filter. The circular portion is a trickling filter. This hashed line is a primary sedimentation tank. So the wastewater coming is like this. पवन is asking that sir, ऐसे तो हम अपने सुपर रेट में और भी कम चाहिए. अभी क्लास के बाद एक बार पवन से हम लोग पूछ लेंगे क्या लिखना चाह रहे हैं. सर ऐसे में तो हमें सुपर रेट में और भी कम होनी चाहिए इसमें, बिकॉज क्योंकि हम आपको बताएं सुपर रेट फिल्टर इज नॉर्मली यूज्ड फॉर इंडस्ट्रियल वेस्ट वाटर, एंड सिंथेटिक मीडिया का ज्यादा यूज करते हैं. सो दैट द बिकॉज ऑफ सिंथेटिक मीडिया वो इस तरह से बना होता है कि मोर परफोरेशंस विल बी देयर पोरोसिटी विल बी मोर ऑफ सिंथेटिक मीडिया, एंड मोर ऑक्सीजन और मोर एयर कैन पेनिट्रेट अप टू लार्जर डेप्थ. ट्रिकलिंग फिल्टर के साथ डेप्थ का क्राइटेरिया ये है कि डेप्थ ज्यादा होगा तो ऑक्सीजन जो है बीच के लेयर पे उतनी नहीं पहुंच पाएगी, एयर उतना ही पहुंच पाएगा, तो वहां पे एनरोबिक एक्टिविटी शुरू हो जाएगी. सो टू अवॉइड दिस द डेप्थ इज केप्ट अप टू लिमिटेड वैल्यू. और यदि बायोफिल्टर का यूज कर रहे हैं, सिंथेटिक मीडिया का यूज कर रहे हैं, सो वी कैन मेक दैट सिंथेटिक मीडिया इन सच वे दैट मोर एंड मोर ऑक्सीजन कैन पेनिट्रेट. सो वी कैन यूज द trickling filter of we can use the filter of more depth in case of super rate filter. तो इसलिए सुपर फिल्टर में इसलिए ज्यादा डेप्थ का यूज किया हुआ है. So again the single stage high rate trickling filter. So in a single stage this is a three form of three diagram of a single stage trickling filter, high rate trickling filter. Why this is called a single stage? Because in all three figure there is only one trickling filter is there. So this circular portion is called as trickling filter. This is a form of trickling filter. So trickling filter इस तरह से एक ही trickling filter use किया हुआ है, and this wastewater is coming to primary sedimentation tank, and after that this wastewater is going to trickling filter, and that the treated wastewater from the treated wastewater some amount of wastewater is discharged up to inlet of this primary sedimentation tank. So and this is a secondary sedimentation tank. So secondary sedimentation tank के पहले से हम लोग primary sedimentation tank के पहले तक हम लोग इसको रिसर्कुलेट कर सकते हैं इन केस ऑफ हाई स्टेज ट्रिकलिंग फिल्टर. दूसरे फिगर में आपको क्लियर है कि जो वी आर डूइंग द रिसर्कुलेशन आफ्टर द सेकेंडरी सेडिमेंटेशन टैंक. दिस इज अ सेकेंडरी सेडिमेंटेशन टैंक SST, and or we can also call it a secondary clarifier. So SST के बाद से we can do the recirculation, and up here we can do the just before the trickling filter. And third figure the recirculation is done just after the trickling filter, and the recirculation is done up at the recirculated wastewater is sent just before the trickling filter. So this is all combination of single stage high rate trickling filter. So recirculation is must in case of high rate trickling filter. So recirculation is done in all these three figures. So this is a single stage trickling filter. Moreover, to increase the efficiency of the trickling filter process, so we can use more and more trickling filter in series. So here you can see that trickling filter, two trickling filter are installed in series. Here two trickling filter is installed. So two trickling filters are installed. So one is this one and one is this one, and the recirculation is done for both trickling filter in it individually. So from first trickling filter, the wastewater is recycled uh, before the primary sedimentation tank. This is a secondary sedimentation tank or intermediate second sedimentation tank, and this is a tertiary sedimentation tank or final sedimentation tank. So this recirculation is done in the way described in this figure, or it can also be done. This intermediate sedimentation tank is removed here at this point, and the wastewater is sent through this trickling filter, and the recirculation is done after the secondary sedimentation tank. And here this is a more complex kind of recirculation, where the effluent is sent in the here some part is sent to the secondary trickling filter, second stage trickling filter, and some part of primary sedimentation tank का भी कुछ part यहाँ पे secondary two stage trickling filter पर आया हुआ है. So in this way, large number of combination can be used to recirculate in case of two stage or three stage trickling filter. So more and more trickling filter can also be used in series, that is two stage or three stage trickling filter. So normally up to two stage is used, but if requirement is there, so more stages can be introduced in case of wastewater treatment. So how to design this trickling filter, that is based on this NRC equation. This NRC means National Research Council of Canada. They have developed this equation, which is also used here in our country to design the trickling filter. So this design is based on this formula of efficiency. So from this formula of efficiency, we can design the trickling filter. How we will design that you will know after this slide. So this as per this formula is the efficiency. So percentage removal efficiency of BOD, removal of single stage or first stage of two stage filter. Means if two stage filter is there, so this efficiency will be of first stage of two stage filter. Otherwise, if a single stage is there, so in that case this formula will be also same. So, and W1 is the BOD loading of sewage or wastewater in single stage or in first stage of BOD in kg per day. That unit will be of BOD loading will be here. You must remember this unit. See, W1 will be in kg per day, and V1 is the volume of filter in cubic meter. So from this equation, we will find out the V1 while designing the trickling filter. And what is F1? F1 is called as recirculation factor. So here the recirculation factor is there. F1 is called as recirculation factor, which is calculated using this equation: 1 plus R1, 1 plus 1 minus F R1 whole square. So here again, F is a called as treatability factor, which is taken as 0.9 or 0.8 for domestic wastewater. So the value of F can be taken accordingly. R1 is called as recirculation ratio. Means this is a QR, means the amount discharge of wastewater that is being recirculated divided by Q0, means the intake, the discharge of the influent. So QR by Q0 is the called as recirculation ratio. So that will be in the ratio form, and therefore we can calculate the recirculation factor. However, for two stage trickling filter, we will calculate the efficiency of second stage trickling filter. Means suppose there are two trickling filters are there in series like this, as it is clear on your screen. So this is the first stage, this is a first stage, and this is second stage. So the efficiency of first stage is can be calculated from the previous equation. that is suppose written as E2 there, and the efficiency of this one will be E3. This is called as E3, and this efficiency of E3 can be calculated for the wastewater which is coming out from this first stage tickling filter. So here will take the BOD loading for this one will be only that is coming out from this E2. So this will be W1 1 minus E2. BOD loading for two stage will be only that is coming out from the this first stage tickling filter. So this will be W1 1 minus E2. So that will be get because suppose here the BOD is 130 and some 50% treatment has been done here. So because of 50% treatment, so the BOD will be decreased, will get decreased here this 65 milligram per liter. So second stage tickling filter will treat only for this 65 milligram per liter of BOD loading. That will be obviously get converted into in kg per day. So this W2 will be there. So W2 will be calculated in this way after subtracting 1 minus E2, and this formula will be again used here. In the same way, here we will also introduce this 1 minus E2, so that this will be the final efficiency that is coming from the secondary this two stage trickling filter. So 1 minus E2 will also be there in case of second stage trickling filter. So one more equation can also be used in case of tickling filter, that is called as Eckenfetter equation. So mostly we will use the NRC equation for our design purpose in case of domestic wastewater treatment or municipal wastewater treatment. This Eckenfetter equation is mostly used for bio towers and not normally used in case of domestic wastewater in as per the manual recommendation. So this Eckenfetter equation is used for industrial wastewater as well as for this bio towers. So this, but you should know, you should have idea of Eckenfetter equation also. So LE divided by L0 is equal to exponential of 1 minus K0D divided by QA to the power N. L is the influent BOD milligram per liter. L0 is the influent BOD in milligram per liter, and K0 is treatability factor in the same way which we have used here again. So this the unit will be in the minute this to the power minus 1, and Q by A is hydraulic surface loading cubic meter per meter square per day, and this N is a constant value, so which can be used in case of we use the Eckenfetter equation. But normally, as I told you, that this is not used for treating the domestic wastewater or municipal wastewater. So normally we will design the wastewater using the NRC equation. So this is a very simple design example. This design example is given on the NPTEL website also. So from there you can also refer. So here you have to design a low rate trickling filter. Low rate trickling filter means you have to design only a single stage trickling filter without recirculation. So the treatment is to be done for 6 mld of wastewater, where the influent BOD is 210 milligram per liter. So the final effluent should be 30 milligram per liter. Means after BOD, this unit, this must be BOD must be 30 milligram per liter. Organic loading is given as 320 gram per cubic meter per day. So this is a loading rate is also given. So here we will assume that since this is a BOD of the effluent coming from the city or from influent that is coming to the treatment plant, so 210 milligram per liter is there. So we can assume that 30% BOD removal will be there in case of primary sedimentation. So obviously after primary sedimentation tank, the wastewater will come to the trickling filter. So we will assume that 30% BOD is already removed. So here this 210 30% is removed. So 63 milligram per liter is removed in case of primary sedimentation tank. So the remaining BOD is 147 milligram per liter. So our trickling filter will remove the BOD of 147 milligram per liter, but this will remove only up to 30 milligram per liter, which is the given here in the question. So percentage removal will be 80%. So we can calculate very easily this percentage removal, that is coming as 80%. So BOD applied to the filter is equal to this means will have to calculate the W, the BOD loading in kg per day. So the discharge is given as 6 into 10 per 6 means 6 mld is there. So 6 into 10 per 6 liter per day, and this is a milligram per liter. This BOD is given in 147 divided by 10 per 6. So the BOD loading is coming as a 882 kg per day. So from it is 882 kg per day. This will be the value of W. So in this equation, when you will keep the value of all these values, so 80 is this is efficiency, and 100 is obviously 1 plus 0.44, and the BOD loading is here is kept as here F1 is written, although we will write it as W1. So W1 will be 882 divided by the volume of trickling filter, and this recirculation factor F1 will be calculated using the same equation which I have already written previous. Sorry. So from this equation, we will calculate the value of F1. So here R1 will be 0. So this R1 and treatability factor, if it is 0.9, so accordingly we can calculate R is also, this will be 0. So we can calculate the value of F1. So we will keep the value of F1 in this equation, and this volume will be 2704 cubic meter. So this volume can be used to calculate the surface area of trickling filter. So the depth which can be assumed as a 1.5 meter. So filter area, this filter area will be 2704 divided by 1.5. 2704 divided by 1.5. So this will be the filter area is coming as, surface area of the filter is coming as 1802 square meter. So that obviously this will be circular, so diameter will be at 48 meter. So this is a okay, and hydraulic loading will be we will check this using this 6 mld, and as per this surface area. So this is coming around 3.3 cubic meter per day per day per meter square. So this will be less than 4. So for this our low rate trickling filter, this value is okay. And for organic loading rate, this is also calculated, and this will be the maximum organic loading is mentioned as a 320. So in question itself here, this maximum organic loading is given at 320. So this our trickling filter can treat of 320 gram per cubic meter per day. So this is calculated here. This is coming very close to 320. So this is our design is okay for our purpose. So this is all about this trickling filter. So if you have any question, you can ask.